It is currently 23:20 or 11:20 at night. It is still considered enough night or evening though for all intents and purposes. The day has ended, both the work day and the day of home. Now it is time to sit back, relax, and prepare to rest for the day coming up. We have reflected upon what our day was like. Now, before we all lay our heads down to rest, before we do what we do at night, I would love for all of us to just sit down and have a discussion. Tonight's discussion topic is one that relates to the spiritual community as a whole and is in a way a part of the spiritual community, but in many different forms, different names. This specifically is lunar celebrations and lunar rituals. So, the reason I use both terms is most people you'll hear in the spiritual community will call it a ritual. I was taught to call it either a ritual or a celebration because we are celebrating and invoking. We are celebrating the presence of the full moon or a specific aspect of the moon around us. Whether it is the new moon, the crescent moon, the full moon, or even the dark moon, we are celebrating its presence with prayer, with song, with rituals to it, with a lot of different aspects. This specific bit is very different though, person to person, of course. And I feel I should just at least talk a bit about my own personal way of practicing for it, going off the prayer I did this morning. So for those that don't remember, if I have it up here. This morning I did the following prayer, which was a form of channeling and invoking the spirits of the moon. On this night, this most radiant night, observed by goddess and god of light, cloaking his queen with a silvery veil, as one of her children, I ask of her a veil. Cover me, please, in a cloak of the star, so you may judge what my plans are. As I weave my spells on this night, please, goddess, help fulfill my plight. I ask of thee, so mote it be. That is awaken in nature prayer. But it fits a lot of the aspect of what, specifically tonight, which, if I remember correctly, we are on the night of Kulu, which is one of the last of the full moons. It is a time of honor, of love, of blessing. Sorry. We have now officially entered the point of the waning moon, or the dissementing moon. This is when the moon has fully released all of its light, has stood in its full glory, and now is beginning to shed and cleanse itself of the excess energy before it becomes back to the night, to the dark moon, to begin a new lunar cycle. The idea is, how I was taught was each day of the lunar month has specific correlations, specific aspects you call upon. Tonight, like I said, is about honoring. Is a night of honoring and giving last sacrifices and veneration as the moon is leaving its light and casting back to the darkness. So it is to give it energy and life on its final part of its journey. The night before was a general invocation of powerful time of prayer. Before that was one specifically towards vitality, towards nature. And the one before that was the most powerful, being the night of when the spirits walk freely. I have already done my lunar celebration. I did it specifically a few nights ago, I believe it was Friday. But there are other celebrations, of course, you can do on any day, any night. Some will do the full moon, some will do the quarter moon that's coming up, some will do the balsamic moon. There is no right or wrong of what it is. The spiritual community will practice different parts of the moon depending on their mood. And that is why one of the more unified symbols of the spiritual community, the Wiccan community specifically, have adopted the pinnacle with the double moons around the full moon, which is of course the symbol I keep on the back of my wall. But there's really not a lot there's not enough that could be said about the importance of it. For me, what I did was during on Friday during the celebration when the moon was at its fullest, I sat down at this chair and did a meditation, cleansing myself and feeling the light of the moon empower my soul. I then went outside, went to what I have set up, which is called a lunar circle. It is a meditation point that directly is situated at specific intervals with either bowls of water or crystals, traditionally bowls of water as I always use it, that capture the moon's light and reflect it back upon me, so that I could fully feel the light of the moon entering my form. After that point, I came back inside, turned off all the lights, lit candles on my altar, which you don't see, but it's sitting right here. And let me grab it. Grab the particular talisman I always keep up here. It is a talisman of divination that was a gift. It was a gift from someone close to me, and I specifically focus upon it for divination, to connect to my spirits, to fully be able to see them and for them to see me, to see my eye upon them. When that is said and done, I then gently release the bindings upon them that held them to the talisman for the time. Allow my own spirit to be released and truly cleansed by the light of the moon, and then I am done for the night. That is what I do on my solitary practice. When with others, there are a lot more rituals. There's a full dinner. There's a full meal. There's a lot more that gets done. But that is part of just my part of my spiritual community. There are other spiritual communities that will use this night for other things. They will call upon the energy of the full moon for their own rituals. I know of a community in Upper Colorado Springs area, where they their full moon do a politically paced spell to enact their own their own opinion and their own beliefs. And I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong or right. I am merely just saying that is what it is. They are doing for what they believe instead of doing what the gods should believe. But that is a different story, entirely different discussion topic. Tonight is just really about just the in general, the lunar celebration, the lunar ritual. Part of one of the questions I was asked earlier, a few minutes ago actually, was, is the celebration only for tonight or does it go on the entire week? Technically it goes on an entire week. Technically it does not. It has an amount of time. How I was taught was the 4 or 5 days of the full moon are the 5 days of 5 days of a week, quote unquote, of celebration. You celebrate the moon right before and the moon right after. So tonight is the moon right after. I mean, more or less, yeah. So it would have started on Wednesday. It would have started Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, today. It doesn't matter. Anyways, sorry. Tomorrow. But that's neither here nor there. Sorry. I'm a little off on it tonight. I'm a little tired. But I guess I've seen some division of people in the spiritual community, and I've also seen people unite together over what is the most appropriate time in some parts. Some believe that you should only do your rituals or celebrations during a single night. Some believe that you should do it every night and that you should change it to that specific aspect. I've seen some who say the full moon, some who say the new, some who say the quarter. I've seen some who say everything. And I will personally say every day of the lunar month has a different significance, a different aspect of the spirit of the moon you can call upon. Do your research, be willing to do your research, ask questions, even meditate with the moon every night, and find that specific point of the lunar month that best resonates with your intentions. Once you find it, then it is a simple matter of figuring out the ritual you wish to do. But that is just my opinion, and I would love to hear anyone else's. So I'm opening up the comments now to you, my friends. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you celebrate the moon, the lunar month, and let us discuss this. And if we do not, then we shall see each other again in the morning for the morning prayer. Thank you, my friends, and have a nice day.